When you pass it over the flathead over your groove on the linear rail, you're left, you're going to feel
What's that now?
that it's hard, and the only way to get it out.
Can you send me the link for the screen share so I'll join?
Yeah, clear indication.
I haven't actually had that.
Going to the next level. No,
You're giving it a negative feedback. Even though everything is grounded, there's always a chance to it's frequency and
Theirs is blown out and so
when they match, that's when you get the sipping.
There's a driver.
We're here for the Galvomatic, and there it is.
Rich, they're not getting,
Yeah,
they're not getting any.
Not getting audio?
No audio.
Okay. Yeah, it's got audio. They have audio.
All the chats.
All the chats,
No
no
audio.
sound.
It just started.
Just started?
Yeah, the sound just started.
Okay, well, sorry about that,
It
folks.
says okay now.
Little technical glitch.
Well, thank you guys. Yeah.
Thank you so much
Nice.
for
Yeah.
Checking
Honestly,
that
I
out.
didn't know.
So we're here to talk about today about the Galvomatic. Somebody's got this in wrong.
Oh, I think that might be
Yeah. Okay.
Sorry.
Technical glitches along the way. Happens in every live stream. This is the new Galvomatic, but we're not going to start with that. What we're going to start with today is this over here. This is the very first laser to hit the USA from Rolly Automation. And this is Leo, the owner of and head engineer of Rolly Automation, who created the LaserMATIC 10, which is one of the best lasers that I've ever seen. And the way he created this was not, how can I sell a product and make as much money as I possibly can? What he did was he contacted makers like me. I happen to be one of them. And he said, what would you like to see in the ultimate diode laser? And I gave him a list about that long. And so did everybody else that he contacted. And he came up with this, the very first. Ever since this machine came out 2 years ago, every other company that's seen it has tried to copy it. But no one's been able to do it because this is more of a commercial grade machine than a hobby machine, like you see most of the other companies. They're looking to cut corners. They're using plastic where this is all metal. They're using cheap acrylic, thin acrylic for the covers. They tried to copy this the best they could, but they couldn't. So, Leo, tell us a little bit about the development of the LaserMATIC 10.
Yeah, so what I did was I gathered a lot of data from user groups of other lasers, and then wrote down all the pain points, and got opinions from experts like you, and then we tried to throw everything together into this one machine here. I can tell this is one of the earlier units because it's got the mechanical limit switches here. I think we made about 10 or 20 of these before we switched to the magnetic. Right. So this is one of the very first units here.
This is the launch unit, by the way.
Yeah.
This is what launched Rolly Automation here in the USA. So then came the Mark II. So Leo got a lot of feedback on this machine as he started selling them, obviously. And the feedback was mostly great, 95%. And then there was, the 5% of people that said, hey, I wish this. And hey, I wish that. Everybody had a wish list for more and better features. And Leo went back to the engineering table, and we wound up with the Mark II. A lot of you know it as the MK2. So the Mark II was a leap and bounds above the original LaserMATIC 10. So tell us a little bit about the Mark II.
Yeah, if you, I don't know if those in the audience still remember, the LaserMATIC 10, when you got it, you had to put the panels on yourself.
Yes,
right?
I
piece
did.
by piece, yeah.
I did.
So with the Mark II, we made it into an integrated enclosure. I think right now there are still a lot of other laser brands that have the assemble process. Mm-hmm. But we got rid of that with the Mark II. We bumped the power from 10 watt to 30 watt. We got the integrated air assist.
10 to 20.
Oh yeah, 10 to 20.
10 to 20. Yes.
Yeah, and 30. Yeah.
And then 30.
Yeah,
yes.
That's right. Yeah, we got the integrated air assist, and we made the honeycomb. I know Rich really likes this one.
My favorite.
We put locating pins on the honeycomb, so it's even more accurate. The overlap between the physical origin and the origin in light burn.
That what a laser should do, in my opinion, what I've always said, you've heard it in my live streams before. I've said it to Leo. I've said it to anybody that's asked me about lasers. If you take it's a CNC machine. It's a precision machine. So if you take and drop a piece of material in the 0, 0 position you should be able to design in that from that 00 out. So what does that mean? That means you don't need to frame. You don't need a camera. You don't need a lot of things that you need with other lasers, even though this does have the camera. And that's the way to maximize your material, because you can always save that file. Let's say you had a 12-inch by 12-inch piece of wood and you did 4x4 in the bottom left corner. You still have 3/4 of that wood left. Just save that file as a template, reopen it, dock it in the bottom left corner, and then design in those other areas. You maximize your workspace that way. And that's the whole idea of having a computer controlled machine, is so that you take advantage of that technology. And I don't think there's any other company. I just got a $16,000 laser 2 weeks ago, and I can't do that with it. So I don't think there's any other company that sells lasers that delivers on maximizing the use of the computer aid. So now, the next thing that happened
Is the start of the show here? Yeah.
let's get started.
All right. So this is the Galvomatic. The first thing you'll notice here today is that it's completely silent. That was one of the biggest or most common complaints we got with the LaserMATIC, is that it was loud at idle. So with this one, all the fans on the machine does not spin until the laser starts running. The other thing you'll notice is that there's no wires coming off of the machine besides the power cord, because this machine is clipper based and it's a natively wireless connection to the user's computer. Look at the camera?
Yes, please.
Oh, I was looking at all. Okay. Then we can go over some of the basics about what this machine is, and then we can show you guys what it can do. So it looks like the LaserMATIC XW, besides it's a little taller. It's got the same 24 by 16-inch work area. What we added is there's a motorized Z-axis now with the autofocus. So in terms of exterior dimensions, very similar. But the similarities kind of end there. What we have instead of a traditional laser head is we have a Galvo scanner at the tool head. And this Galvo scanner can travel across the workspace, and we can combine the speed of the Galvo with the workspace and versatility of a traditional diode laser.
So what type of
both stationary at the back. That lightens up the gantry and allows us to bump up the speed and the acceleration. So the tool head can move at 800 millimeters per second at 5G acceleration. So that's 5,000 millimeters per per second squared. Sorry.
everybody's saying no sound again, but there's nothing we can do on this one.
Oh, should I wait?
Nope, it's back on. Okay.
Okay, all right. And then there's the Galvo scanner. The Galvo scanner can scan at 2,000 millimeters per second. And in terms of effective acceleration of the laser focus spot on the wood, it's of course in a league of its own. It's about 800,000, so 800G is how fast the dot can jump around on the wood. So it's a leap in performance, and I think later on we're going to show how we get that working across a wide range of jobs, not just the traditional 100 by 100 work area that people are used to with Galvos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to give us an example of what it can do?
Okay, all right. I think we can start with our first demo.
Okay.
An important thing to note here is this machine is still G-code based. So compatible with the Lightburn Core license. And I'm going to jump on the computer and show you how that works right now. So we're going to start with our first demo.
Everybody keeps saying the sound keeps coming and going.
Said it was when you switch cameras.
All the cameras they're all on.
I think only this camera is with audio.
And it's grouping these shapes into an area that the Galvo can process, which is 100 by 100 square. And once it's done with that area, it will jump to the next area and erase a second panel. You'll see in a second here. So with smaller shapes like this is kind of where the Galvo shines the most. It's able to use all of its acceleration and speed. This is, I believe, 54,000 or 900 millimeters per second. Yeah, so I'll just let it run a little bit here.
I noticed you didn't focus the machine either.
Thank you, Jerry.
So it has autofocus, obviously, Neil.
It does have autofocus, and we're going to show that in towards the end here. This demo was designed such that when I put the hood on, it's about the top of the honeycomb, and that's kind of the default focus surface. Yeah. So yeah, now it's moving on to the second.
It is switchable. Someone's asking, is it a straight 40 watt or is it switchable, Leo?
It's a 40-20 switchable diode. But what I've been finding in testing is that mostly you just use the 40. But it can be switched to 20.
And
Yes, it does core framing.
Spot size?
The spot size changes with the power level. At 80% power and 40 watts, the spot size is about 0.18 by 0.16, which falls in line with most of the 40 watt diodes out there.
And to answer that question, yes, it does have autofocus, and it does focus differently than a regular diode. Yes, has autofocus. And Harold, I don't have any control over the sound. Our mics are up in minus 10 decibels, so try it from here so we get a little bit more, but it might get too loud. There you go. Remember, spot size is not dot size. Yeah, you want to address that, Leo?
So the numbers I just mentioned, we get them from engraving a piece of anodized aluminum and then putting it under a microscope and just measuring the width of the line. So actually, we're going to come to a key moment here.
Yeah. Yes.
So
it's coming up. There it is. Now it's going to cut.
Yeah, so we've been getting questions about how this machine cuts. So there's a swing arm that comes down and it locks the galvo in the perpendicular position, and it goes ahead with the cutting. The air assist comes on by itself. It takes care of.
No, it does not cut clear acrylic. It's a diode laser. Can't help it, Bill, with the sound. There's nothing I can do. I turned it up. So basically a Star Trek movie. Beam me up, Scotty. That's what it comes down to. You'd have to be next to talk this way when you talk. Get on my mic, Dimitri. Pardon me? They can't hear you. So. Oh, they can't? No. I'll read my lips. Talk this way. Okay. It's like, well, you see the beam right now, and it literally looks as if it's a Star Trek movie, basically. No, that's not a lens. That is just a pass-through. So the laser is passing directly through that the center of that aluminum. That's not a lens.
That's basically the air assist nozzle.
That's the air assist nozzle. I don't know if you could see that, the red beam on top, coming from the fiber. Okay, good. Thank you, Mike. Stand by, Richard. We'll get to that in a little bit. That's cutting with Lyle. That's cutting with the diodes.
Yes, I do. I have these numbers. So this Kleenex box on this laser, if we do all 5 panels, is about 14 minutes. And on the Galvomatic, on the LaserMATIC Mark II, it's about 45. Yeah.
You can find all these specs on the website.
It's 4 times this.
Yeah, it's a third. Yeah, 3 times faster.
No jack, no swappable lenses.
Yeah, I picked this demo because it kind of shows where the galvo is at its strongest and where people have questions and doubts, which is cutting, right?
Joe is talking about how can you show about how the diode is air cooled. The diode is not air cooled; it is water cooled. Okay, Joe's wanting to know. Can you show how it's water cooled? Not really. There's a radiator. If you look at the screen right now, you'll see the top left. That is the radiator. And it's sort of like a water cooled computer.
Yeah, it's all in one water cooler.
Lori, stand by. We're going to get to that.
Yeah, there's a cooling block that so the diode is attached to the 2-head. I don't know if I mentioned that. And then there's a cooling block here. The water gets cycled into a pump and then into the radiator here. The radiator draws air into the machine, so it's always taking in clean air. So we sidestep all of the issues we've been having with the Mark II laser module, where the fan gets very dirty and the electronics also has soot in it. So this is all in an enclosed space here. Yeah.
Okay, so don't forget, guys, that we will be giving away a beta version of this machine to one of you people that are here in the chat tonight. You must be in the chat for your name to get picked. If you leave, it'll be taken out of the spin the wheel. So we're going to do a spin the wheel later on in the night. We also have a raffle going on right now at lahobbyguy.com/Galvomatic40. If you go to that website right now, you can enter a different raffle. We'll be giving away 2 of these tonight in this live stream toward the end. And we were going to answer a lot of these questions in just a little bit.
Okay, I think I should probably jump back on the computer and explain how I guess what just happened. hand here. So we started the job on Lightburn, and the machine started engraving, just like you would a regular diode. But there's a little bit more going on behind the scenes. So we do have a Lightburn Buddy program here. It's a program that bridges the G code from Lightburn and the machine, which has the flying Galvo. It lives in the background. You don't have to pay attention to it if you don't want to, but it does bring a little more functionality. So, like I said, there's no new things to learn, but it just lives in the background. And what happens is it will grab all the G code from Lightburn in one go, and it will store it in a file and pass it onto the laser. So there's no continuous stream required between your computer and the laser. This makes the wireless. This makes the connection very reliable because you push the data in one go, and you're not keeping the connection alive. So we avoid the problem where if you have a communication issue, we have had users that the machine will stop, but the laser is still firing, and that's a safety risk also. So that's what we do. So besides the really reliable connection, what this program does also is it translates the G code. It will detect when you are low speed, high power, then it will deploy the swing arm, and it will group whatever shape or engraving job you have into kind of the optimal mode of operation for the Galvo. And I think we can show the next one. So we just showed engraving of smaller shapes, and this covers a lot of usage scenarios. Like it covers business cards, it covers all the coasters, it covers any sort of jewelry. So it does a lot, but we're going to go into more use cases right now. So I'm going to start with the next demo, and it's an image engraving. Okay, I guess just press start. Sure.
Well,
Oh,
yeah,
yes.
Yes, please, the air filter. Sorry for the noise, folks.
So with this one, you guys probably know image files are the largest because there's a lot of data. So it takes a few seconds for the data to get transferred to the machine. We should get started shortly here. Okay, yeah,
and Leo, this is all wireless, correct?
yeah, that's right. No wires. So now the purpose of this demo is to show two other ways that the Galvo can move. So the first one here, on this camera, you see the Galvo is scanning in one direction, and the two-head is moving in a perpendicular direction. So it's incrementing the XY while the Galvo is scanning. So this works if one dimension of the file is smaller than the scan range of the Galvo.
Yes, that is the air purifier making that noise.
And it can work whether it's right now it's 90 degrees, but it can be any angle.
So right now it's connected by Wi-Fi.
And what other connections do you have Leo with this?
Yeah, so it's not purely wireless. If you guys prefer wired, like in maybe a garage setting where the wireless connection is not so good, we also have an Ethernet cable, Ethernet port coming off the back, and that can be wired also.
So you can literally use this remotely, basically.
Yes, but we don't encourage you to do that because we should always
Yes,
say
you
what's
don't want
okay.
to. Yeah, you should be in the same room as
Yeah.
your laser. But the great thing is you can
We don't
get
want to
this.
build that habit.
The great thing is you can plug in an Ethernet cable and go onto your network with it.
Yeah.
Which we haven't done the whole time you've been here. So it's been on Wi-Fi the whole time.
Yeah, well, Ethernet is useful for initially configuring the Wi-Fi connection, so the machine can go on. Yeah.
All of these questions that are coming up are going to be answered. Leo, what Raspberry Pi are you using on this?
It's the compute module 4, but I think on the Russian version we're going to switch to the compute module 5.
Okay.
Yeah. It helps mostly with vision tasks.
No, Jack, it's much higher than that. And this has up to 8G.
Here.
We lost connection on this side. Okay, the audio should be back on now, guys. Price is coming. Price is coming.
So we use the same. It's not water. It's a coolant that's the same in like gaming PCs. Okay. So they take care of that. Yeah. So this is a short demo here, because we don't want to engrave a whole image. So what happens when the direction you want to scan it in, the dimension along that direction is larger than the scan range of the Galvo, is we divvy up the work between the x-axis and the Galvo. Yeah, so it's kind of in a paintbrush motion here. And with this, you're still getting a lot of benefit from the speed of the Galvo.
shifted going one side and then the other, or is it still
Oh, I see what you're saying. So, you're saying if the picture is not a perfect rectangle, if it gets smaller up near the top, something like this. So right now we take the bounding box of the entire image, and you can imagine we have kind of a coordinate transform where the center of the entire bounding box is where the Galvo is pointing straight down, if that makes sense. It could be a little more intelligent. The way we don't do it that way is because what if there's an abrupt change in the width of the image, right? So yeah, this way it's not the most efficient, but it covers all use cases. Yeah.
I'm gonna switch back.
Okay, I'm gonna. Oh yeah, you want to point it at the camera.
So go over the two modes that you did here again.
Okay, so the first mode is if one dimension of the image is smaller than the scan range of the Galvo, which is 100 millimeters. In that case, you're doing all of your scanning with the Galvo, and you're pushing the tool head in the perpendicular direction. And the largest possible dimension is actually if you scan 45 degrees, because then
Yeah, I don't know what audio that's picking up. I think that's picking up your camera.
Yeah, that's the camera.
I was picking up my camera.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got audio from there.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, Nancy, but we can't help it because we're having technical issues. So. Okay, that audio should be restored now. Sound back. Okay, good.
oh yeah.
Okay. So, questions from the channel?
There's been a million questions from the channel, and most of them we're going to be covering.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
All right. Are you ready to move on to the next demonstration?
Okay. Yeah. All right. We'll move on. So
I'm going to keep an eye on this audio meter. Gina, bring me that cable, please.
I will move
Just in case.
I will move it down. So now we get to rotary engraving. You guys probably seen it, but just running from camera. Yeah, so with tumblers, you rarely do just one, right? So we made a tumbler panel that goes in place of the honeycomb panel that can do 4 at a time. Oh, yes. Okay, so, oh, sorry. Rich, can you put me on the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm here.
Oh, you want the software on the screen?
Yeah, I'll handle it. Yeah.
Okay. There you go.
So here we do need the help of our buddy program a little bit. So here we're just going to select the rotary that is active. So right now it's rotary 1 and 3. So we just enable it, and then I'm going to open the next project. All right, this one, let's see, what do we say? Remember current position. So yeah, it has to be in current position mode.
Go ahead, keep talking.
Okay. And then remember to enable rotary. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to enable the rotary. So here I'm going to cheat a little bit because I know the diameter of the tumbler. So it's I'm just going to move. Okay, I'll be here.
Let us know when you're connected again, yeah.
It's on. It's transmitting.
Okay, thank you. With the saved positions, like with the LaserMATIC, we have a saved position which is rotary 1. And that's the only saved position we need because it will remember the other rotary positions. So we'll go to rotary 1, and then we'll select, we'll move it down the tumbler to the position that you want. Let's say 35. Move it to 35. Oh, I forgot. This is a fiber demo. I need to switch it to the fiber source. So how?
Oh, okay. Hang on. This is the what? Wait a minute. We missed something there. This is the what, Leo?
So this is a fiber demo. We're going to show off our 20-watt fiber source here.
Okay. So in the laser right now, you can see he's got the 4 jigged out tumblers that it can do at once. Dimitri, can you move that camera back just a little bit, please? The other side of the marks. There you go, right there. As you can see, there are 4 chuck rollers in one table, in one roller table. So go ahead.
And this is the fiber source here at the back of the machine.
Can't see the fiber source. The gantry's in the way, but
okay, all right.
It's in the back. We trust you.
Okay.
Okay, back to Leo, and
yeah.
You want me to put your screen back up?
Yeah, please.
Okay. There you go.
And to switch to fiber source, you can do it with our buddy program, but you can stay in Lightburn also. We have some macros here, and this button here is toggle laser source. We toggle laser source. It says it's set to fiber, and we're in fiber mode. And then we select what we want to engrave. We're in current position. I'm just reading the notes I made myself here. Okay, yeah, we should be good to go. Start.
Guys, I switched modules with Leo, so he has my mic that I had before.
Okay, so coming back to the machine here, it's a normal rotary engraving, but it's just going to automatically copy it to the 4 positions. That's it. And it's a fiber source. Yeah.
So basically for batching, you can actually use 2 of these templates. So 8 rotaries altogether.
Yeah.
And while one is engraving, you're actually changing tumblers and loading up the second batch to be engraved. So
awesome.
You have 100 pieces to go through. You're done within the hour.
Are you done within the hour?
Well,
you're done a lot sooner than you otherwise would be. Yeah.
What is the maximum size of a tumbler?
So the maximum size is 32 ounces and with a 4-inch opening. But this is a prototype. We're gonna open this up a little more so we can accept 40-ounce tumblers with handles, like we do with the drop-down mount on the LaserMATIC series. Yeah.
And this one is set for a white engraving.
Yeah, that's right.
White on stainless.
Yeah, it's a silvery finish.
I just have to put this. I've got 1,200 coasters to do. This would seriously make it so much faster.
Yeah.
Well, wait, because we haven't gotten to the best part yet, where we'll show you about those 1,200 coasters.
Yeah.
Okay, so I believe it is now doing the line after fill, if I'm seeing properly.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah. I don't know how the silver is showing up on the camera. It's okay?
It's showing up.
Okay, nice.
Yeah. It is an actual fiber laser. Yes, it's a 20-watt fiber laser. It can engrave anything that a 20-watt fiber laser can engrave.
Now, obviously, we're running at modest speeds right now.
Yes.
That's right, yeah.
And it's just finishing up that line after fill and
Yeah.
moving on to the next tumbler.
Yep.
Yes, this is really, really quiet. Right now we have the fume extraction turned off because this is not going to, we're annealing right now, so it's not going to produce heavy smoke or debris. The frequency range, someone's asking what the frequency range is.
It's 27 to 62 kilohertz.
27 to 62.
Yeah, for this job, I have it set to, I believe, 28 kilohertz.
Okay.
We'll make that an adjustable option in the buddy program.
Yeah, Raymond, this is not the one that accommodates. This is a prototype. So the one that will accommodate handles is still in China. It's in development.
Mm-hmm.
Even though it has switched to the fiber output, it's using the Galvo to do.
That's right.
And no, it will not do deep engravings like a MOPA laser. It will do the same thing any other 20-watt fiber will do. We're going to get to price in just a little bit, Andrew. Stand by.
This is a Q switch, right?
Yeah, it's a Q switch. Yeah.
Well, that's great to hear, Sandy. Yes, Jack, that's right. The cover is rated for both 455 and 1064.
Yeah, that's why it's
That's
got
why
the
it's the odd-
darker color. Yeah.
That's why it's the odd color. It's not like the LaserMATIC.
Yeah. It's a more mature color compared to this bright orange.
Very good.
There will not be coupon codes for this. No, sorry. Rolly Automation does not do coupons. They sell at the lowest price that they possibly can. So it's not like other companies where you get to their website and you get a pop-up says spin the wheel and win this and do that. And nope, that doesn't happen here. Sorry. Yes, John, all of these specs for this are on the website. And I've got that on the bottom of the screen right now, rollyautomation.com. That pre-order has launched.
Oh, yeah, we forgot to mention that. Yes, the pre-order has launched, yes.
I put it up already.
Oh, okay.
And what data will be provided on how to get different colors on stainless? The way you get data on different colors on stainless is to run a material test like any other material.
Right.
Oh,
I'm going to disable.
So mainly with a blue light on steel, you can achieve a nice blue colors, nice orange colors.
And yes, the prices are online. So there is the white engrave.
Yeah, it's a little small because we don't want to be here for.
Yeah, we did a small size, so it wouldn't take too long.
Yeah.
Buy one get one free? I don't think so. Okay, there you can see that jig table.
Yeah.
And I believe Dimitri is going to change it out. Leo's going to change out to the jig table.
Yeah, so the jig table makes a return. It's really well matched with the machine because each jig position can be processed by the Galvo, and you can get up to 24 positions. Yeah, they match really well together. Okay. Gotta put this in. Oh. All right. Oh, yeah. So the next demo is business cards, like these. All right.
Dimitri, can you move that camera in just a bit so we can see all the business cards? Back to the marks.
I'm gonna raise the table. I think that's why you're not seeing it.
Oh, he's got to raise the table. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
I'm gonna disable the rotary. Very important.
I don't know what a question mark means, guys.
To Sky, if you want to respond to this one, she want to cut vinyl records.
Nobody, no laser is going to cut vinyl records. It's very toxic. It's not good practice, so don't do it. Take this banner off the screen so we can see it better. There we go. So Leo is about to run 6 business cards, 6 of his business cards.
Yeah.
And how many stations did you say this jig table can hold? Up to 24?
24, yeah.
Yes. So up to 24 jigs on this table.
It depends on where you're doing, but if it's less than 100 by 100, 24 positions.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to cheat again because I know the focus here.
How many jig bars does the laser come with?
So our plan is to offer 16 with the regular size, and the XW will have 24 jig bars.
Okay.
Yeah. Come to the console. I just want to see. Okay.
Yes, listen to Alive Pixel Creations.
Am I forgetting anything? No. I'm going to start.
And here we go. So we're doing business cards now. Nice to see that you're starting the price point at a fair price. Yeah. Dimitri and I both disagree with that starting price, but we can't talk Leo out of it. Where is the link for pre-order? Okay, I took the link down for right now, but it's been there the whole time during this live stream, and I will put it back up as soon as these business cards are finished because it covers up the business cards.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, this one's not going to be so bad. Oh, no, less maintenance than the Mark II. Less maintenance. The average lifetime on the 20-watt fiber?
I don't know.
It's usually 10,000 hours.
Yeah.
So there you see we're going to business card number 4. Prices are on the website. I'll put the website address up in just a minute. There are several prices depending on which model that you order. I want to be able to engrave guns in the fiber equivalent. Well, this is equivalent to the F1 Ultra, but it's not for engraving guns. I wouldn't engrave guns with either. The laser itself is whisper quiet, yes. When it stops running the job, once the water radiator turns on, if you're using the diode, once that cools down, everything turns off and it's whisper quiet. Prices are going to be on the website, guys, on the website. I'm going to put that banner back up now. There you go, right at the bottom of the screen. Is this better than an F1 Ultra, honestly? Come on now. What kind of question is that? If you don't honestly think so, I would leave the stream right now.
Sounds like an interval.
Yeah, so that, yep. Turn off the filter.
Okay, so Leo, can you talk for a minute about the speed of this laser, the fiber?
Yeah, so
we didn't have audio earlier, so
okay, so the Galvo scans at up to 2,000 millimeters per second, and the fiber will, will do everything.
Right here.
Oh, here? We'll do everything a normal 20 watt Q switch fiber will. So
Right.
Yeah, this business card, I think that took 5 minutes. And if we were to do this on the LaserMATIC Mark II, it would be 16, I think.
Yeah, and that was 6 business cards.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think we can go even faster. Daniel was mentioning today, but I didn't want to play with the parameters too close to the live stream, so I just kept it this way.
Yes. No, the filter is not. That's my air purifier.
Yeah.
But you search out for Pat Technologies, and they make the filter box.
Oh yes,
Best on the market.
I'll mention one.
Rolly will be having a air purifier. It's in development right now in the future.
That's right. By default, this machine it doesn't have a fan here. By default, it comes with an inline fan, and the inline fan plugs to the back of the machine like your Air Assist currently does. So it's going to start and stop on its own, and our air filtration box will do the same thing. It's going to draw power from the wall, but it's going to receive signal from the machine, so we don't have to be bending down and doing this.
So if Dimitri can turn that camera just a little bit to the right, we can see that there is no fan in the back there. There we go. You can see the exhaust hose is connected directly to the laser, and it goes straight to an inline fan that comes with the laser instead of a computer fan that you're used to seeing.
That's right.
Thank you, Dimitri. Any changes to the camera?
Oh, yes.
Let's talk about the camera for a minute.
Yeah. So that's the last thing I wanted to demonstrate was the autofocus.
Mm-hmm.
So right now
Take out the bed.
Yeah. I'm just gonna check that my Rolly Vision service is still running. Where is it?
There is a pass-through, but we're not going to focus on it tonight because that's still in development. What RPM? You mean CFMs for the inline fan?
I believe it's 300.
Yeah, 300 CFMs. So
Okay.
it's probably going to be larger than anything that you're going to buy yourself.
So basically, we'll forward this anywhere on the grid,
Hang on one second. All right, go ahead.
and it'll autofocus for you.
There you go.
Yeah, so it's another macro inside Lightburn.
Hang on a second. I'll put you up on screen. Go ahead.
And then I click the autofocus button. It's going to find the object, and it's going to autofocus.
So we'll do it one more time.
Yeah.
Okay, switch over.
I haven't.
Will you tell Rico what he just did, like throw whatever on the table? So
Yeah. So basically, anywhere we throw the material, the laser will go and find it, autofocus, and move the bed up and down for its focus point.
There we go. He's autofocusing now.
Yeah, that's it.
And the bed is not going to move this time because it already autofocused
Now
once.
let's go one more time.
Will it find multiple objects?
Yes. So we are running a small AI image recognition model that segments the picture between object and not object. It's going to always go to the largest object. So wait, hold on. No. Sorry. Okay, but it's going to go to the largest object. Yeah.
in this case, he's kind of
That's right. And there's a manual mode where, sometimes objects are complicated. They may have multiple levels. It's not smart enough to distinguish. You bring it manually to where you want to focus, and then you hit the focus button.
Quick question on the Wi-Fi, Leo. Is it both 2.4 and 5 gigahertz?
That's right.
Yeah.
another question on the autofocus part. So a lot of the techniques that you use, especially when working with fiber lasers, you defocus a little bit, like 1 millimeter or 2 millimeters, so you can have a better anneal on the stainless steel. So with the button for the manual focus, we can correct that by 1 millimeter down with one push or something like that eventually.
Yeah, so right now the buttons are 1 millimeter increments, and then if you do a long press, it's a continuous jog. Yeah.
Awesome.
Okay, what are we going to be doing next?
What do you want to talk about? Pricing and availability?
We
That
passed
was.
the hat.
I didn't make any slides, but we can do the website. I can go on the website and share my screen, maybe.
Sure. I'll maximize you here.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go in.
People was asking about when it's going to be shipping for this machine.
Okay, so let's get into the pricing and availability of the machine. So I'm on the website. I didn't make a slide for it. So these are the prices. It comes in 2 sizes and 2 laser source options. There's a regular, which is 16 by 16 inches work area. And then there's the XW, which is 24 by 16 inches work area. All right, so now we go to the 40-watt diode. With the 40-watt diode only, and the regular size is $17.99, and the XW is $19.99. And the 20-watt fiber is, at the regular size, is $27.99, and the XW is $29.99. So those are the prices. And in terms of availability, we're going to try the hardest we can to deliver to U.S. customers by the end of July. To other regions like the European Union, Canada, UK, and Australia by the end of August. And the rest of the world we will have to ship from our factory in China, and that's also starting at the end of July.
Okay. Do you need to be on screen still?
Nope.
Okay. So let's concentrate. We're going to go to the local audience here and see if there are any questions. Anybody? Hans?
So how does lens cleaning go with this particular model?
Okay, I can show that real quick. So I am going to drop the. So there's a few things to talk about here. So the first one is the lens that's closest to where there's the most smoke, and that's the air assist cover window, right? So with this one, you just you just unscrew it like that, and it's a window like maybe I should point it here, like so, and then after you clean it, you can put it back on.
Easy peasy. And then the Galvo is just as easy. You don't have to take anything off.
Yeah, the Galvo here, there's, of course, I'm going to move the camera. There's a cover window here, and then there's the f-theta lens, so the whole thing is sealed. So you wipe that off. The fiber reaches the tool head with 2 reflective mirrors. And the mirrors here, I don't know if it's showing.
Yes, you got it.
So there's a cover window here, and then we have this rubber band here that covers the mirrors. So that's also a sealed area, so you don't have to worry about that. And the same thing at the back of the machine, there's a window there that. So the only one you have to clean and change maybe is this one.
The only one you have to take apart is just the cover of the air assist.
That's right.
Everything else wipes clean. Very easy to clean.
So I have a question for someone here in the chat that says, how's the framing on the laser? Because Galvo Lasers traditionally has the preview mode that kind of a jump and create a shape.
Mm-hmm.
Is that option going to be available in any time or update or something like that?
It will be on the final version. that functionality is not here right now.
First, a comment. Seeing this in person is amazing. My second question is, you've shown a number of options for the machine, the jig table and the rotary. Will any of those be included in the first price, or are they all additional purchases?
Oh, that's a great question. I forgot to mention that. With pre-orders, we're going to be giving the jig table away included with the machine. Yeah.
But otherwise, you'll get it with the honeycomb bed and the jig table and the roller accessory will be optional.
That's right.
That's it.
That was my question.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Nice.
So I know that I was asking you something like this earlier. We talking about this, the camera. Usually on all the rollers, we need to calibrate the camera for different thickness and stuff like that. But this one moved the bed. How that works now?
So the camera is wireless, and right now there's no live feed into the computer. So you click a button to grab a new picture, and then you click Update Overlay in Lightburn to push it to your overlay. And the machine comes pre-calibrated, so you don't have to there's no camera calibration. And because the tool head stays at the same Z level, and we're moving the Z axis up and down, the focus plane is still, right, static. So there's no need to fiddle with different camera profiles with different thickness material either. Yeah.
Looking at your prices on the web, they look really fair. My
Thank you.
question is, with tariffs in place right now, and especially additional tariffs on aluminum, how are you going to handle that? Is it going to be shared with the customer and with Rolly, or is it just going to be the customer's responsibility once it lands?
Yeah, so that's a fair question. So the price right now is, the tariff levels as they stand today.
including shipping.
Yeah, I think it's still workable. But if the tariffs keep on going up, we might have to look into doing the final assembly here in the U.S. But we'll see as we go along. Yeah.
Leo, will there be a trade-in option?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
Is there a cool down period for that laser? Because I see you got a fan running for that radiator.
Mm-hmm.
If you're done at night and you shut that machine off, will that keep running to cool,
no.
or is the whole thing just shut down?
Yeah, it's just shut down. Actually, I'm not sure why it's running right now. I'm going to shut it down, and maybe I turn it on. Yeah.
So this is the beta version. So let's keep.
Yeah,
that in mind.
there are issues. Yeah.
This laser is not staying here in the States. It's going back to China for further development. This is, guys, we're just looking at the pre-launch right now, and this is the beta version that will be packed up tonight and sent back to China tomorrow. So.
I just want to compliment Leo on what he's achieved there. I think I'm impressed, and
Thank you.
There's nothing else on the market like that right now.
Yeah, it took a lot of
other ones
work.
are going to be following. They're going to be jumping at the design tables tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes, this is a wireless connection.
Lots of R&D going on over here.
I've got a fiber laser at home. Is this fiber, or the Galvo head, let me say, is that going to be calibrated when you get it? And is there going to be features in there where you can calibrate it if it starts, fuzzing out or, making ovals instead of straight lines and stuff like that?
Yeah, since that's not part of the Lightburn core license, we have a setting page in the buddy program where you can input kind of the scaling and the distortion parameters for the Galvo. And of course, there's going to be two sets of parameters, one for the blue laser and one for the IR.
Leo, you have a question that's asking about the Z height up and down. How much is the range?
2 inches, 50.8 millimeters.
50.8 millimeters.
Yeah, the bottom pan is removable like it is on the Mark II.
This is great. Congratulations on a good job.
Thank you.
Great to have those two heads. Now, I know you're always thinking ahead and future products. Do you see additional heads becoming available down the road for this machine?
Yeah, I think what we have here is a great skeleton that we can work and build upon. For example, we have plenty of cooling capacity at the two head with the liquid cooling. So we can go to 60 watt, 80 watt diode. And of course, with the fiber, we can get up in wattage also. But we have enough on our plate. We're sticking with the 40 and 20 right now.
Yeah.
You're just so good at innovation. I can't see you just stopping here.
Oh, no, yeah, we have more ideas.
Will you be able to run both laser sources simultaneously?
So this is what we are recently learning also, is if you run it simultaneously, there's some great interactions that make the engraving faster and cleaner. Right now, we're not able to because of the power source is limited to 350 watts. But I don't see a reason why we can't with the final version.
So yes, there will be a Mark III, but that's going to be later on at the end of the summer. Mark III is in development. This is a brand new machine that is all its own.
Yeah, I think so we've been talking about a Mark II upgrade kit. So some of these features can transfer over to the Mark II, like the natively wireless operation, like the fan that only comes on when the laser is running. And the biggest improvement we have to make with the Mark II is improving the reliability of the modules, in particular the 30 watt module, with a filter so that you don't have to disassemble the fan as much. We got to improve the way the fan wire connects to the laser control board so it doesn't get clipped as often. So that's coming after this machine, and then we'll work on the Mark III.
Okay, let's go to the chat questions about a fiber UV head. No, I don't think that one's coming.
Nope.
Maybe if you have $10,000 or $12,000 to get started, on something like that. You may have already covered this, and it just scrolled out. Does the radiator allow for antifreeze? It's a closed system, Jeffrey, for radiator. The Bobby Ramsey says the chart on the order page shows $15.99.
Does it?
That's not what I saw.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. Yeah, that's pretty good. Imagine you're a 10 watt laser except 1,000 times faster. I like that comment. You're getting a lot of compliments here right now, Leo.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
So what about the OTA system right now for future firmware upgrades and software?
I haven't thought about that too much. I'm trying to make it work from the factory so it doesn't need updates. Mm-hmm. But Clipper can be updated. Yeah, so it should be possible.
Okay, so the raffle has closed online.
All right.
And that is the first thing that I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over to that raffle and draw a winner. Meanwhile, Dimitri, you can watch. Well, you can watch the comments in here.
Someone is asking if there's a Leo and Dimitri fan club.
Fan club. We can start one.
Leo, how long to pre-order?
How long, as in?
How long will it be running?
How long will the pre-order be
Yes.
running? It will be running up until we start delivery on, and it comes obviously as a, first come, first serve. We'll start delivery at the end of July. I think in the beginning, based on past experience, we'll probably do 50 machines a week, and then we can ramp up based on, how many orders we get.
Okay, so I cannot share my screen on this, but I'm going to have Dimitri here watching. And Click. The raffle has ended. It says needs winners. Are you ready, Dimitri?
Yep.
Okay. So here we go. We're going to pick one winner from the website raffle. And there we are.
Oh, Michelle Kaufman.
Michelle Kaufman, if you're in the audience watching right now, I'll be sending you an email in the next 24 hours. And you can claim your new Galvomatic. Congratulations to Michelle Kaufman.
She is online.
She is online.
Fantastic.
Great. Okay, so we've finished with that. And Leo, you want to give another one away, right?
Yeah, to the live stream audience.
To the live stream audience. Okay, so let's switch over to that. And we're going to give just a few minutes. And if you see what's on the screen right now, it says type pound Galvo in the comments. Type pound Galvo in the comments. And we're starting to collect comments now. Entries now. And we're going to let this run for just, there we go. It's starting to run now. Here they come. I guess I should have a drum roll, shouldn't I? We're going to give everybody a chance to win. You don't have to type it more than once. If you enter more than once, that will not be entered in the raffle. So you only get one entry per person, and you have to be present to win. Yeah, who wants to sing? Yeah, there you go. Jeopardy. We need the Jeopardy.
We can do that. Well, YouTube will. YouTube will put your video down because copyright.
I think we're going to let this run for, until it slows down, actually. Want everybody in. We are giving away the Galvomatic 40. I think we are not giving away the 5-watt version. 140-watt diode version.
I think I can check right now. I think it was 680. 680. Let me check. Yeah, so it's about 10% faster than the 30-watt right now. That's because we actually lost the diode too. Yeah. I think the finished product will be about 20-25% faster than 30 watt.
Which is a good step up.
Yeah. Well, I got I got a 20 at home, and before the 30 came out.
Yeah, sure.
Remember, folks, you can only enter one time. Okay, we're getting close to the end.
Clean, crisp.
So we're down to 1 more minute, folks, to enter. Pound Galvo. Okay, here we go. We're going to start the raffle.
This person, if I win, I donate my K40.
You don't? Wow. Here we go. We are about to pick a winner. Good luck, everybody. And you will need to confirm this by saying "I am here" in the comments. Here it comes. Here it comes.
This is exciting.
Oh! Richard Clemens. Richard, are you here in the comments? Congratulations. We're looking for Richard Province.
It is online.
Going once.
I need to get to the bottom here. There's a lot of comments here. Let's get all the way down to the bottom.
There he is.
There he is, Richard.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm here. Yeah.
So, so Richard, what we're going to do is you're going to hang on 1 second. Let me get off the screen. You're going to need to send an email to the LA Hobby Guy at gmail.com. Can you hear me okay? Let me just do this. I think it's taking that mic. But anyway, send an email to the LA Hobby Guy at gmail.com. And in that subject line, put Galvo and tell me your full name and your full mailing address. And we will get that one out to you as soon as they're ready. So remember, these are the beta machines. This one does have to go back to China. There are a few final tweaks that have to happen. And Leo will give you more information on that right about now. Leo?
Oh, in terms of when the winners are going to get
When the winners are going to get their machines, yes.
So we are making 20 beta machines right now. You know, a lot of it for internal testing. You know, we'll send Rich one. So if the winners want, we can send them the beta machines, and then after that testing is done, we can exchange it for a final production unit. Or if they want to wait for the production unit, we can do that also.
So you have a choice. So if you guys want to get your machine as soon as possible and become part of the beta program, then you'll get it as soon as possible. If you'd rather wait, or if you want to exchange it when the final version comes out, Rolly Automation will exchange it for you at no cost. Or if you want to wait until the final version comes out when the bugs are worked out, then you can wait too. Okay, any final questions from the audience before we wrap it up? We are right at 1 hour and 30 minutes, which was the schedule for today. I'm happy that we kept to that schedule. Any final questions before we wrap this up? No. Okay, let's quickly look online. We've got a minute left, I believe, or actually we just went a minute past. Okay, so that's it for today. I want to thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And I want to say congratulations to the winners of the Galvomatic. And don't forget, send me that email with your address, and we'll make sure that we get one out to you. So I want to thank you all so much for watching. I want to thank everybody here in the audience for making the trip here from far and wide. I want to say congratulations to Leo and Dimitri for putting out such a fine product, to Leo and Dimitri for your excellent, what you would call A1 support. I know a lot of you out there have had to talk to Dimitri about support in the past, and I'm sure that he's solved your problem. So thank you everyone for being here in the live stream tonight, and we'll see you in the next one.